Hey, free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So, I've previously mentioned that they are no longer going to drop 4-star relics in K10, A10, and F10, and this is the proof. So previously, when I was going through the patch notes, this did not show up. So they have actually done some tweaking in the patch notes. So for example, here it says, post-update, the drop rate for 6-star relics in Ritual Miracle difficulty 10 has been adjusted upwards. We do not know by how much, while 4-star relics are no longer dropped. So you're only able to obtain 5 and 6-star relics from K10, A10, and F10. Now, is this necessarily always going to be a good thing? Maybe, maybe not. And this is the reason why. Okay, it's very clear why this is a good thing, right? Because you're no longer going to get rubbish relics. But the bad thing is, what is the increase in the drop rate in your 6-star relics? Because the thing is, if it only increases by a little bit, does that really make sense that now you're foregoing all the 4-star relics that you would have been able to sell in the first place? So is this a nerf or is this a buff? I'm really not sure. This totally depends on how much the 6-star relics are boosted. And someone also asked me a very good question, which is, what should we do during this coming Sunday's event where we have a 1.5 times relic drop rate event? Should we spend our precious crystals on refills to run Ritual Miracles knowing that there will be a boost in 6-star relics in just a couple of days after the event drops, right? So that's a really good question, and it's something that I cannot answer as well. So the thing is, I would definitely, work around the mathematics again and calculate the statistics all over again. But what I'm guessing is that the drop rate would not increase all that much because they are not even saying how much the increase is. Unfortunately, I can't give you advice, and what I can say is that, just participate in it. But let me know down in the comments below, are you going to be squandering all of your crystals, all of your stamina packs or not? Or are you just going to be saving and skipping this event entirely? Now, some of you guys might be wondering, right, what is this Excel sheet that I just showed you? So this is Daddy Free to Play's Dislyte public spreadsheet. You can find it linked in my Discord server. So if you are already part of my Discord server, you can then go to the useful links channel and you should be able to find this. Now we are back on the testing server again, and there is something that I want to talk a little bit about, which is going to be the Esper Feud. So previously I did not understand what the heck Esper Feud was all about, right? But I do have all the answers over here. So there are obviously other creators who have already covered this content. For example, iSummon, he has already done a really good job on this. But I want to cover it for myself as well so that I don't shortchange you guys in terms of content, alright? So let's take a look at what this Esper Feud is all about. You can go ahead and read all of this, right? You can just pause the video and you can read all of it. But I'm just going to go through all the main stuff with respect to this content. So the thing is, there is this thing called a live broadcast, and I do find that this event is quite fun. So for example, I've already participated in this, and there are actually 9 different maps. So these are 9 total maps, and each of these maps have their own requirements. So for example, I've done one run in the skateboard racing, which is pretty enjoyable. It's definitely challenging because my account is rather weak. But here's the interesting thing. So it doesn't really matter if your account is weak or not, as long as you have the Espers. Okay, so take a look at this. So there are basic rules over here. And if you win it, so for example, if you take a look at Reckless Bucks, you only have basic rules, right? But if you beat it once, you're going to unlock hard rules. And after that, I believe it's going to be the 3rd difficulty rules. And these rules add up. So for example, the basic rule over here engages in 5 consecutive battles. And when an enemy with special attacks is defeated, they may apply buffs or debuffs to all enemies or allies. So this was pretty interesting. There were some interesting effects that took place. So for example, the enemies actually exploded and damaged my entire team, or they may even heal you as well. So it's completely random. And then now that I've beaten the first stage and collected some of these rewards, I have then unlocked the hard rules, which is now when waves switch, HP won't be recovered and ability cooldown will no longer be reduced. So this is quite challenging. But this is the reason why it is quite accommodating to all players, even new players. So if you take a look at this, Espers will be fully upgraded during the event. So let's take a look at my Liling over here. He is not 6 stars in my Esper inventory, right? He is not 6 stars. He's probably like just 5 stars and like level 40 or something like that. But as you can see here, he is level 60, fully upgraded, fully ascended, and all his skills are maxed as well. So this is a great way for you to use your Espers and figure out whether should you or should you not skill them up. This will give you an excellent idea on how powerful your Espers can be. So definitely use this, if not for the event, but to test out your Espers as well. To just give all your Espers a run at max level, at max skill ups. And there is a lot that you can discover from your Espers. But also do take note that your relics will not be scaled according, right? So for example, the stats that I have over here are rubbish, and that's because my relics here are rubbish as well. But well, honestly, some of these relics over here are better than some of the account takeovers that I've ever done. Ooh, burn! But that's basically it. So you're able to obtain something called a Feud Smart Card, which goes up to 27 in total if you beat all of the challenges over here. And we also obtain something called the Relic Relics. Now, this is the interesting thing, okay? So the Relic Relics can be purchased with pay-to-win currency, basically your gems, and 1 Relic Radix is worth 1 Nexus Crystal. And the thing is, when the event ends, all your excess Relic Radixes will be converted back into your crystals, which means that you can just go ham, right? You can just like do something like this, and it wouldn't really matter all that much because at the end of the event, you're gonna get back the Nexus Crystals that you spent. So for example, if I didn't spend all of these currency over here, it's gonna convert into 330 Nexus Crystals. And also do take note that if you sign in every single day, you would be able to collect rewards, and you will also be able to collect more Relic Radixes over here, so a total of 350 along with some other goodies, which is excellent, right? This is really good sign-in rewards. And apart from that, this is where your smart cards become a little bit more important. So it goes up to 27 if you clear every single difficulty in all of the different challenges, and you'd be able to obtain so many other rewards as well. So that's a lot of rewards over here. Okay, so let's take a look at what your Relic Radixes are used for, because I've not talked about it, and it is for Relic Customization. So you can only customize 2 different relics over here. So we can either go top or bottom, it doesn't really matter. And this is how it works. So for example, you can see on the left and you can see on the right, these are the 4 set pieces and these are the 2 set pieces, right? So I think most of us, we are probably going to go for Astral Witchcraft because it's something new. We do not have a whole ton of it. But take a look at my currency over here. I have 330. But the thing is, if I select this and I press next, right, we are going to go on with our customization process. But if I do that, what happens is I take up 20 of that currency over here. So that's gone, that's eaten, right? That's going into this process. So we are midway in crafting our relic over here, and we can then select the position to take. We can select this, we can select that, any position at all, right? And they even mention like what are the main stats that you can hope to obtain from here. Now, obviously, we are going to go for either slot 2 or slot 4, okay? If you're going for slot 1 and 3, you're quite a barbarian. I have no idea how big your balls are, but this is probably not the best way to use your relic customizations. So we're going to go with either slot 2 or slot 4, but I think slot 2 is going to be the better option in general because they do come with crit damage, and if you're going to be getting Astral Witchcraft, crit damage is probably a really good thing to have. So we're going to go with next, and this will consume another 20 Relic Radixes over here. Very nice. Okay, and then now we can select exactly what we want, and obviously we're going to go with crit damage for Astral Witchcraft. Well, at least for the purposes of building a DPS, right? If you're going to use Astral Witchcraft for support, you know, go with whatever you want. So we can spend another 20, which would then cost us a total of 60, and that would give us the final product over here, which is accuracy, HP, defense, attack bonus. This is trash, right? This is complete garbage. But the thing is, you can use more Relic Radixes to refresh this, right? And hopefully we get something with better substats. Okay, we do have crit rate over here, which is really nice. This is not bad, but the thing is the rest of the subs are kind of weak. So you can actually choose which one you want, right? Before or after. I'm going to go with after, of course, because there's crit rate over here. So that ate up 20 of our currency over here. But the thing is, if you're not done with it, you can continue to refresh it and refresh it and refresh. And here's the problem. Now, the thing is, this is obviously very pay to win, right? Because you can use your Nexus Crystals to convert it into Relic Radixes, which will then be used to build the perfect substats. And that's where I feel like the game becomes a little bit more unfair towards the free-to-play players. But I just want to say my piece and just continue with this, and just hopefully we get to see something really nice over here, right? Because this account is completely free-to-play. So there is a chance that we can get something really good! Wow! Crit rate, speed, and flat attack. This is definitely much better, right? So the thing is, we can just keep on going until we get the perfect subs. But the thing is, if you're a whale, this is like 2 relics that you can get that is going to be perfectly built for you, and this is going to take away a lot from the grind, right? This is going to be very, very helpful. So let's continue with this and let's see what else we can get. So we're going to go with whatever that we had before. I think that's a lot better, and we're just going to keep going until we get something good. And this is our final try. We have not obtained anything worth, there is nothing worth writing home about. So this is the best that we have. Now the thing is, if we are here, right, so what happens? Are you stuck with this relic? You are not stuck. You can actually just press the back and you can come back to it whenever you want to. So for example, you can come back here and just continue upgrading when you decide to buy a $100 pack, and you can keep on going and going and going until you get whatever that you exactly need, which I think is pretty cool. But it is obviously one way that you can blow through all of your Nexus Crystals. So free-to-play players, beware. I would highly recommend that you don't go crazy on this unless you're really dying for that one very special relic in your life, right? But this can be a potential way for you to consume so many crystals, right? So just in this session, I've already consumed about 300 over Nexus Crystals worth of currency, but I have to leave it entirely up to you. You want to go crazy on this, you want to consume thousands of your Nexus Crystals, go ahead. I am definitely going to do it because I can, but if you ever run out of resources, don't forget that you can get more from like doing the event itself, right? Doing more of these gives you more Relic Radixes, and I'm not exactly sure whether you can repeat it. I don't think you can repeat it, right? It doesn't really make sense because because it doesn't even cost you anything to start the battle. But yeah, that's about it for this event. I do feel like this is amazing in two different ways. Number one, this is really fun. So I really like the challenges over here. They're all very unique and all very different. And while I do feel like the Relic Customization is extremely pay to win, it is still rather good to know that they have something like this designed for the game where you can beat RNG by, just building exactly what you want. And honestly, it is not so bad that, you can already go all the way to the specific set, the specific slot, and the specific main stat with a chance at great substats. I think this in itself is already really good, and I am sure that a lot of you free-to-play players out there are going to benefit a lot from it regardless. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been Derry Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.